stand at all?
He took the stand on me. For me though. He got me indicted, but when it's time for court,
what do you mean he got you indicted? Explain.
He got me indicted. He said
you did it.
Yeah.
And then he changed his mind?
Yeah, when it was time for trial, he got on the stand and told the truth.
He was pretty much the main evidence they had against Boosie besides
Hey, lying like hell, man. Mark, what up, though? What cracking with y'all, man? Welcome back to another video. Welcome back to the channel, man. If you new, then go ahead and tap in, man. I go by Dunn, by the way. It's King Dunn Reacts too, man. So tap in with me. And tonight, man, we gonna talk about this boy Marlo Mike, man. Y'all know over here we react to things like documentaries and things of that nature. Y'all, I ain't gotta tell y'all that. But hey, I was sent this one, bro. And they talking about Marlo Mike. If you don't know who Marlo Mike is, Marlo Mike was one of Lil Boosie's hit me. Marlo Mike in the back seat begging for a body.
Including very high poverty and has a violent crime rate.
Marlo Mike in the back seat begging for a body.
Grand jury has indicted Torrance Hatch, otherwise known as Lil Boosie, on first-degree murder charges.
Shit, my co-defendant killed 9 people.
The little kid got life without parole and 16 years old, my nigga.
Welcome back to another episode of True Street TV, where we cover everything street related. Hit that like, subscribe.
True Street TV, sub it up for him, man.
Today's story brings us to Baton Rouge, Louisiana, the capital city of the state, and it has around 250,000 residents.
Baton Rouge is the capital? Bro, I would have thought New Orleans was the capital, bro. That's crazy.
Which is also home to famous rappers like Boosie, NBA Youngboy, Main Music, and a few more. A study done a few weeks ago shows Louisiana is the most dangerous state in the country, and the city of Baton Rouge in particular has many problems, including very high poverty and has a violent crime rate higher than the national average. In turn, Baton Rouge is a very dangerous city and has many misled youth all throughout the city. And today's story brings us back in time to around 2001. Boosie Badass was the hottest rapper in Baton Rouge and signed to Trill Entertainment, a record label owned by 2 Baton Rouge guys named Turk and Mill. Boosie would go on to release multiple projects, including 2 classic albums alongside Webby, and Boosie made a huge mistake at this point, as many rappers do, as although he now had the money to leave his city, he stayed behind, and things would quickly begin to go wrong. He would lose 2 close friends to the streets during his come up, including Ivy in 2005 and Lil Finn in 2008. Boosie also had an ongoing beef with another rap group in Baton Rouge called DCF, especially the face of their group, who was a rapper who went by the name Nussie.
Nussie Badass and Boosie Badass. What's the deal with that?
Well, to be honest with you, Nussie Badass really was just like a joke.
Me and Lil Boosie hooked up, and we talked because they had a lot of street issues going on in the streets. Negative, with my name in it, mixed with his name, you know.
And that brings us to the young man by the name of Michael Loading, who was known in the streets
Marlo
as
Mike
in
the back seat begging for a body.
He's from the uptown neighborhood in Baton Rouge. Marlo was close friends with the local rapper who went by Lil Fat. Lil Fat also happens to be the son of Mill, who is one of the owners of Trill ENT. According to court documents, word was spread around the streets that Boosie had $25K on Nussie's head, and after hearing this, Marlo would have Lil Fat bring him to Boosie's house. Boosie wasn't present at the house at the time, but Marlo would meet up with one of Boosie's little guys named Michael Judson, who went by the nickname Ghost. On February 9, 2009, Marlo and Ghost would begin
How y'all be knowing all this? Okay. Bro, the internet know everything, bro. This is crazy.
around the area Nussie is known to be at, and he would eventually spot him at a gas station and follow him home. The duo will go on to shoot Nussie, real name Chris Jackson, through the window of his house, killing him. The man will quickly get away, and news began breaking of Nussie's death throughout the city, and Boosie wanted to meet Marlo and brought him to his house, allegedly only giving him $2,800 instead of the $25K he was expecting. But Marlo was just happy to be around Boosie and was happy.
Bro, so what you saying, my boy? Marlo murked Nussie just because. He murked Nussie just because he wanted to be around Boosie. And all Boosie gave him was $2,800, bro. That's it, my boy. $2,800 bills, bro. Crazy work.
could have some money in his pocket. And a few months after this, on April 12, 2009, while Boosie was on house arrest, he had threw a small party at his house. A man was caught stealing out of Boosie's bedroom, and they would end up beating the man up. The police would show up and would see Boosie standing over the man and would take him to jail on battery charges.
Local rapper Torrance Hatch, better known as Lil Boosie, was arrested today on aggravated second-degree battery charges from a fight they say happened
But Boosie
at
used
his
to be
house
wildin',
on
didn't he?
April the 12th. Sheriff's officials say when Boosie and a few others showed up at the house.
I mean, somebody steal from me, man. They gotta get it. I ain't no gangster. I ain't no banger. I'm a law-abiding citizen, bro. But if I'm having a party at my crib and I catch somebody stealing from me, bro, yeah, they probably gonna get their ass whooped. I ain't lying.
There was some sort of a confrontation about the man stealing one of Boosie's necklaces. We're told that's when a fight broke out. Fists and possibly even a vase were used in the fight. One man was taken to the hospital with non-threatening injuries.
The man they beat up went by the name of Marcus Thomas. Just 13 days later, on April 25th, Marlo and Ghost were sitting outside of Marcus's house. And when Marcus pulled up to his house, the duo would pull up right next to his car and begin opening fire into Marcus's car, killing him. Marlo quickly developed a reputation in the streets and became a
Marlo and Ghost, boy, they
was getting paid for it, which is crazy to think about. Boosie also has a daughter named Toriana, which he is seen going back and forth with, as they don't have a good relationship to this day.
You come out there, I'm a black hole fucking eye when I see you. I want you to put your hands on my eye. She's not a hustle for y'all.
His child's mother is a woman named Rochelle Wagner. Rochelle had an older stepbrother who was known for being wild in the streets, and he had beat multiple murder charges. His name is Terry Boyd. In the summer of 2009, Terry was finishing up a prison sentence in Angola. One of Boosie's friends was also locked up in Angola at the time and would overhear Terry talking crazy about Boosie. And Terry was later released on September 30th, 2009. But right before Terry was released, Boosie would drop his highly anticipated album on September 15th, titled Superbad. His album included many classic Boosie songs, including Mind of a Maniac. I keep a gat 'cause niggas murder. Got a bad habit of purple. In the studio, I murk you.
I'm coming, man.
And Better Believe It.
You better believe it.
Tarkin Mill also put Mill's son Lil Fat on one.
I'ma stay in the grind, better believe it. I'ma better believe it. I forgot about that song.
The songs behind Boosie's back, and this created some tension between Boosie, Lil Fat, and Tarkin Mill. And once he was released, the threats Terry Boyd allegedly made towards Boosie would end up being a huge mistake. As on October 21st, 2009, Marlo and Ghost would be given the location to Terry's crib and shoot and kill him through his window, just as they had did before. And this was a crazy move by Boosie, as Terry was still his daughter's uncle at the end of the day.
He beat 5 murder charges. He was a known robber in the city. He beat his mama with a 2x4.
Oh my God.
He been shot 29 times on 6 different occasions.
Lord
Marlo
Jesus.
would again
But they did Baton Rouge a favor, don't they? But Boosie, that's what you trying to say. Boosie said, I did the police a favor. I did the community a favor by taking him out, cuz. Lord.
Just under $3,000 for this, but he was satisfied with that. And shortly after this murder, he would get a tattoo on his stomach that said, "Yo Boosie, who next?"
Oh
So
my God.
apparently Mike has a tattoo that says, "Yo Boosie, who next?"
Yeah. Around the same time, on November 9th, 2009, Boosie would release a song called Boss Man. This song is crazy when told the backstory, as Boosie begins the song saying, "Them niggas did that for the boss man," and the chorus says, "Boosie, I got you."
Them niggas did that for the boss man.
Surprisingly,
Hey,
Ghost
that
and
jump
Marlo
riding,
would
though.
appear on this song as well. The top of the new year of 2010, Ghost's real name Michael Judson would be killed by a masked gunman while celebrating the new year. Nobody would ever be arrested for this, and it's still not known who was responsible for this murder.
Yeah, probably Marlo Mike. Bro, can you imagine you killing up all these folk, bro? You gotta get paranoid and be thinking like, man, Boosie might send somebody to get me, so I'm gonna kill Ghost. I'm gonna go get Ghost up out of here right now. Oh, that's crazy.
And just a few
He
months
was at
later, on
22,
April
Mark.
1st, Marlo would be back spinning and would allegedly kill a man named Charles Matthews, as well as Daryl Milton, who went by Bleak. He is known to be a close friend of Boosie during his come up, and plenty of rumors will begin spreading after this murder. As him and Boosie weren't seeing eye to eye at the time, more rumors will begin spreading that Boosie ordered the hit on the man who was sitting next to Bleak and had no intention on his friend dying, and this will be the downfall of Boosie and Marlo's relationship.
Oh my
It was
God.
like Bleak was set up. They was like, Marlo Mike sprayed the car up and he knew he was in that car, and that was Boosie boy.
And just a
That's
few months
crazy,
later,
bro.
things would begin to get much worse as Marlo would get arrested for aggravated assault and terrorizing charges after being involved in a fight. While in jail, Marlo would end up sitting down with detectives and telling them about every murder he committed with precise details, including how much Boosie paid him for each one. And following this, on June 17, 2010, police
That's
would
crazy,
raid
bro.
Boosie's mansion and charge him with first-degree
That boy
murder
was a
in the
serial
killing of
killer, bro.
Terry Boyd, who again was Boosie's baby mama's brother.
I ain't gonna count. They should have just let it. Hey, nothing getting there because I don't want nothing. Man, shout out to the Terry Boyd's family or whatever. But if Terry Boyd did everything Lil Boosie say he did, bro, they should have just let that one slide. I ain't lying. They should have. The city should have gave Boosie the key for that one, bro. If he did all that, cause he did mama with a 2x4.
Marlo Mike, 17 at the time, would obviously be indicted for this murder as well. And for now, both of the men will go on to fight the charges. And word began spreading that people close to Boosie were reaching out to Marlo to convince him not to testify against Boosie.
Baton Rouge Parish Grand Jury has indicted Torrance Hatch, otherwise known as Lil Boosie, on first-degree murder charges. Lil Boosie was indicted in the October 21st shooting death of Terry Boyd.
And just 2 years later, in May of 2012, Marlo would do just that and would get on the stand in Boosie's behalf, saying Boosie never told him to do anything and that he lied about his involvement.
He
then
kept.
changed his story and said he did not kill Terry Boyd, and he says Mr. Hatch, Torrance Hatch, did not pay him to do so.
Did he take the stand at all?
He took the stand on me. For me though. He got me indicted, but when it's time for court,
what do you mean he got you indicted? Explain.
he got me indicted. He said,
You did it.
yeah.
And then he changed his mind?
Yeah, when it was time for trial, he got on the stand and told the truth.
He was pretty much the main evidence they had against Boosie besides
He
music
lying
and
like
rumors.
hell,
Boosie
man.
would be found not guilty at trial, although he still had to stay in prison as he was caught sneaking drugs into jail. And he did receive a hefty 8-year prison sentence for that.
Boosie and a girlfriend, along with a former Dixon Institute guard and inmate, were also indicted on drug charges.
Marlo would later go to trial himself for the Terry Boyd murder the next year in April of 2013, being found guilty of first-degree murder and sentenced to life in prison without parole. Marlo Mike is now around 30 years old and recently did a phone interview with Terrence Gangsta Williams.
So let me ask you this. How long you been locked up now?
14 years.
14 years. Wow.
He would also fight for a sentence reduction as he was just a teenager when he committed the murder, but this will be denied, and as of today, it's looking like Marlo Mike will most likely spend the rest of his life in prison. If you enjoy this kind of content, hit that like and subscribe button, as well as the notification bell. So
subscribe to my boy, man. Subscribe to my boy, True Street TV, bro. Yeah, Marlo Mike, he need to sit in there. I mean, he done did 14, 15 years, but I don't think there was enough time for him to think about every damn thing he was doing. I ain't gonna cap now. Everybody was in the streets who he allegedly unalived, bro. But still, bro, that's too much, man. He was basically a serial killer, bro. I mean, but if he was a serial killer and Boosie was sending him to do it, then Boosie cold too, man. Boy, Boosie had a real deal stepper that was willing to do anything for him, bro. Until them laws got on his ass. And even after the laws got on him, bro, I guarantee you, bro, it went just like it right here, bro. It what happened. He probably told on Boosie, thinking he was gonna get out of jail, right? Somebody probably talked to Marlo and told him, like, bro, them folk gonna lock you up anyway. You might as well get Boosie out of it, bro. You know what I'm saying, bro? You ain't got no children. Like, you really ain't got no life, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, get Boosie up out of it, bro, and we gonna make sure you cool. He took the stand, told him fuck Boosie ain't had nothing to do with it, and get what? Boosie ain't had nothing to do with him ever since. I think I saw an interview where Boosie said he talked to him, you know, just to hear him out, but after that, he really ain't want to talk to him no more, man. But Boosie probably still doing a little something for him. I don't know. Boosie said he don't like rats. He don't like snitches. He don't like them at all. The only one I think he tolerates is QCP. You know what I'm saying? And P did snitch. I don't care what nobody say. saw it. 1090J brought it to light. Feel me? But hey, Marlo, let me know how y'all feel about this in the comment section down below, man. Don't forget to like that video. Don't forget to sub it up. After you sub it up, make sure you ring that bell. After you ring that bell, make sure you hit all, man, because I don't need y'all to be missing these banger for you. Feel me? 1,800 by the day, man. 2K, we on the way, man. Road to 10K. That 100K plat will be ours by the top of the year, man. We going for it. We shooting for it, man. You got to shoot for the stars, man. You feel me? You shoot for the stars, then maybe you'll, I'm saying, hit the moon, bro. No cap. That's what we got going on. You feel me? Hey, y'all make sure y'all tap in on all my other YouTube channels across YouTube platform. Got a vlogging channel with my lady. My lady got her own channel. And I got a main reaction channel, King Don Reacts. Y'all tap in over there for your boy. Follow me on that ground found, KingDon_7. And be on the lookout, man. We finna do a new drop on our website, ImperiumAthletics.us. That's our clothing brand, Imperium. So y'all stay tuned. Be on the lookout for that, man. I need y'all to go buy all of it. No cap. ImperiumAthletics.us. You feel me? Mob life or no life, mob well no way. Y'all know how we coming, man. OTM, we getting straight out the mud. And we gonna catch y'all on that next vid. Let's get it. Gang. You know we got the streets, nigga. We got the trap too. I say my trap doing numbers. I just bust another jewel. Got a player around the corner, hey. I say my trap doing numbers like that 05 summer. Got a quarter pound on me, hey. The trap doing numbers. The trap.